Hello, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Dudal, nature lover. Another week, another video, another show after that show. And today I'm happy because I have another guest as usual, and we want to hear from him. I want to welcome him so that we know whether he is single, whether he is after 30 and all that. Karibuni sana.
Age is just a number.
Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You can introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi guys, my name is Isaac, or Sir Isaac. Some people call me Sir Isaac, and of course that is the name that I use in my career.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is Sir Isaac?
Sir Isaac is this slim guy from Central Kenya. Yeah, a very jovial guy and very sociable. And professionally, I'm a makeup artist. Yeah, so in a nutshell, that's Isaac, and I'm that plus, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Karibu sana kwa After 30 show.
Thank you.
This is where we talk about being 30 plus
Yeah.
and mostly single people. And we would like to know whether you are single, married, ama.
I'm single, not yet married. Yeah, but I'm hoping to get married someday.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. Being single after 30, and you have told us that you are a makeup artist.
Yeah.
How is it? Because I tend to believe that you do meet many girls.
Yeah.
So what makes you to be 30 plus and single? Is it that it's a decision that you had made to remain single maybe until later, or you found yourself there? And if not, I know you have met so many beautiful girls, especially when you are making up. And where are you right now?
Oh, okay. I think your question has two sides. One side is the part of why I'm single. The other part is, you know, why I'm single, yet I meet so many women within my profession. Let me start with the second one. In my profession, I take every person that I serve, I take them purely as my clients. So if somebody comes to me, I never look at them as potential, you know, marriage partners. So I like creating that boundary, because as long as I continue doing whatever I'm doing, I will forever, you know, work within women.
Yeah.
So if I make my mission to be, you know, looking for a wife, then I stand very high chance of, you know, straying from whatever brought me to makeup.
But if one comes to that way,
Well, I know I can meet my spouse anywhere. It could be in the church, it
Yeah.
could be within my profession, it could be, you know, in the streets or, you know, wherever. But in the meantime, I love focusing more on my career, building myself, and probably, I mean, who knows? I mean, tomorrow belongs to God.
yeah.
The second one is why I'm single. And you know, single in my 30s. Well, some years back I had hoped probably a time like now I would be married. And actually I'm one person who loves family so much, but there are some unfortunate things that happened in my life since 2014. They lasted for a period of like 5 years. I don't want to open that topic because it's a whole topic altogether. So they kind of delayed me, but again I don't like using that that term delay, because I believe everything happens according to God's plan.
Sure.
So I want to believe that I'm still within God's plan, because my plans were to settle down like, you know, 5 years ago, but it never happened. So probably that is one reason why I'm here where I am today. But by God's grace, I know I will settle down very soon.
Amen.
Yeah, I keep teasing my friends and telling them that I'll, you know, do my wedding in August. So it's been August.
August.
So probably August, but I won't say the year. Yeah, God willing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Have you ever experienced stigmatization for being 30 plus and still single?
Well, I think what the formula that the society uses is not like stigma per se.
Mm-hmm.
They use in quotes
Mm-hmm.
very polite way of putting you under pressure.
Yeah.
You see, like somebody comes and tells you, like, I mean, how old are you? See, okay, I'll give an example.
Mm-hmm.
So probably I tell them I'm 35.
Mm-hmm.
Then somebody asks, and are you married? Then when you say you are not married, they are like, hey, you should get somebody. You see, if you look at it, from its face value, you may think probably this person is just, being mindful of you. But on the other hand, there is somebody else who can probably look at that as pressure. So most of them will not come to you directly and tell you, no, you should marry, you are running out of time and all that.
They do it in a
package it
polite way.
Yeah, it's basically being good Christian.
But at the end of the day, it affects you.
It does because sometimes I sit down and I'm like, am I too old, or what is it that they are seeing that I don't see?
Yeah.
You see, so in a way, if you don't have a thick skin, so probably you may fall for the pressure. But if you know your plans, if you know your goals, if you know what you want in life, you wouldn't feel the pressure. Yeah, so I think that stigma should be treated as a case by case, on case by case basis, depending on an individual. So personally, I don't feel so much pressure because I believe there is somebody prepared by God for me out there. So why should I worry? And I mean, whatever God has planned to happen will surely happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. And now that you have told us that provisionally you are makeup artist,
Yeah.
have you ever met ladies that they make a move towards you? And how do you handle it?
Well, that one happens like all the time, and personally, I don't take it as a bad thing because I believe in going for what you believe in. So somebody approaching me or making the first move to me is a positive thing because they probably they've seen something good in me, and that's why they think if I don't make the first move, why? I mean, I've never heard of anyone who died because of making a first move. So it happens, but I like being kind to such people because for a woman to make the first move, it takes a lot of courage.
A lot.
A lot of courage. It takes a lot of trust.
Yeah.
Because there are those people you can approach and somebody probably anikas you on social media and all that. So I like being cautious and being empathetic with those people. So I respond in ways that do not crush them or probably push them per se. Yeah, I mean, I think that's how I handle it. And like I told you earlier, this is a career like any other. It's a career like teaching. It's a career like nursing. Like running a shop and all that. And if I don't have boundaries, then I'll be the man who belongs to every other person.
Sure.
Yeah, so I keep those boundaries.
Okay.
Yeah.
And nowadays, especially in social media and all over, actually, what we have been experiencing and what we have been watching about families, it's something negative. Mostly they are negative things. About people getting married within 1 year, they are separated within 2 years, they are killing each other and all that. Have you ever felt like that fear of maybe I'll marry late, then what if it won't work? Maybe some of them, they got married early, the ones that are separating and all that. Now you are in your 30s and you're watching what is happening. How do you feel about it?
Well, personally, I don't like living my life based on other people's experiences, because I believe every person is a unique being. Like I said, my name is Isaac. There is somebody else who is probably Joseph, James. That is the uniqueness that every person has. So if one person married and the marriage didn't succeed, that shouldn't mean that mine will fail, you know. Because if that is the case, then I can quote so many other relationships that have worked. So I wouldn't want to like, you know, live on other people's failures or experiences. I want to cut my clothes according to my size. And to me, that one doesn't discourage me because I believe I'm a unique person. And I can be the one case that people will point and say, if his marriage worked, then mine will work. Yeah, so, but of course, there is that fear among many people because, of course, I talk to people, you know, like my friends who are single, and most of them keep quoting, you know, how, you know, families are collapsing left, right, and center. Yeah, so there is that fear. But personally, I don't feel, you know, like it affects me.
What would you tell someone who is feeling like they are affected by that? They are single and they are feeling like, oh, do I really want to get into this thing?
Well, it is normal to feel, you know, the fear. It is normal to, you know, to feel at times discouraged. But again, the decision you make thereafter is where the departure point is. Because, like, how many times do you hear of accidents?
Many.
So many times, but you can't say that you will never travel because there are accidents. So I would wish to, you know, to encourage young people not to fear, because in as much as families are collapsing, there are so many others which are successful. I mean, we can quote so many families that have worked. Yeah, we see so many people. We know so many people in our neighborhoods who, you know, whose marriages are working. Yeah, so don't be discouraged by, you know, what is happening around. Yeah.
Like in your case, how is your family like? Maybe your parents or your siblings about you? Do they like ask questions about your life and all that?
Luckily, I come from a small family. We are only three. My younger brother is married. Then my mom. We are very good friends. So anytime I'm in a relationship, the first person to know is my mom.
Oh, well, like that's nice.
Yeah. So like she understands. Like I told you, there is something that happened in 2014 that lasted up to around 2019.
Yeah.
So she understands all those things that happened in my life. And thank God, because she understands the dynamics of relationships. Like today you can be together, then tomorrow something happens.
And what do you think is the main issue of breakups nowadays? Especially not now in marriage, when it comes to relationship, and especially to the mature people, as in 30 plus and all that. What do you think it's the main cause? Like maybe in your case.
Yeah, I think one of the things that is affecting relationship is probably peer pressure, because you read, you know, items on social media, especially Facebook and, you know, other social media platforms. And some people talk very negative things about, you know, relationships. And to those people who are easily carried away, they fall prey to such discouragements. The other thing is still connected to peer pressure, and I think this affects women more than men. Like there are those ladies will hear, you know, they have group, they call them, they call the members of the group my girls, yeah. So you find that probably you meet Isaac, and probably you like Isaac. Then you subject Isaac to, you know, to vetting among your girls. So if they have a problem with your guy, so maybe he's skinny like I am, and probably they prefer somebody who's built. So somebody may discourage you and you fall for that. Or maybe they have a preferred, you know, kind of man. Maybe a person who does this kind of work or owns this and that. So if you are not strong enough, you may fall for such. And actually it is affecting so many people. In fact, there was a time I was reading through posts on Facebook. Then I found a post that, you know, had so many reactions, and they were like discriminating against certain kind of people. Like, I pray to God that I will never meet such a person. Eh? And you see, the thing they were basing their bias on, it's something that is beyond a person's control. Yeah. Say, for example, something like finances. You see, maybe I could be earning like 20,000 per month, but probably people, you know, there are those people who would think maybe I'm a poor person because, you know, that kind of money. You see, but it is not my wish to, you know, to earn that amount of money. Probably it is because of the level of career where I am at, or maybe according to my efforts. That's all that I can earn. But to hear people, you know, discuss very negatively about such people, and there are those people who fall for such. So and then of course the cases of domestic violence, and you see nowadays because of social media, so such stories circulate very fast. Yeah, so there are those people who will look at such things and they get discouraged, among so many other things. Yeah, and again the issue of cheating. You see, the invention of internet kind of redefined cheating. Nowadays you can cheat in a very smart way. You know, the way we call our phones smartphones, you know, smart cars, you know, smart houses and stuff. I mean, cheating has become smart. Like, your partner can cheat on you when you are still laughing, when you're still, you know, discussing like we are doing, and you sometimes you may hardly even, you know. So I think because of, you know, so many cases of cheating, some people are opting to be single until they are very certain.
Do you think that boy child, they do fear older men who financially they are more stable than them? Young men.
Young men.
Not really young, maybe let's say that is
Whether they fear
late 20s and early
30s.
30s, yeah.
Whether they
Do you
fear
think
other
that
men.
older men are a threat to them when it comes to relationships?
I think you can only be affected if your self-esteem is, you know, not sufficient enough, because you know, like there is somebody who said a person who marries a beautiful woman and the other one who plants corn along roadside
They
have
are
a
the
similar
same, yeah.
problem. But you see, you can never stop planting your corn by the roadside because there are thieves or birds. You know, you will still do it. You can never say, I will never marry a beautiful one because a certain man will come and, you know, spoil her with money and snatch your girl away. So I think the only person who can be affected by such is somebody whose self-esteem is questionable. If you have high self-esteem, I don't think that should be a worry. And again, let me tell you something. If somebody wants to cheat on you or to run away from you, they will do it. I mean, we have had even very popular people and famous people in the country, I mean, who broke up with their spouses, and, you know, they opted for men of
Lower class.
Yeah, lower class. So it's not all about that somebody older will come with money and stuff. If somebody wants to leave you, they will leave you anyway, even if you had more money than the older man.
But I think this is a fact that most men, young men, they are becoming irresponsible. They don't want to commit themselves. They just want fun at a distance. What do you think about it?
Well, it happens, because again, like I told you, nowadays getting a partner is very easy. You just need to go to your Facebook, you know, inbox somebody, and probably if they are as weak as you are, they'll fall for you.
Weak. Does it mean that in Facebook you can't get someone serious?
No, okay, well, I was, I didn't say everybody on Facebook is weak. So that's why I said if that person is as weak as you are, Because in this case, I'm talking about pleasure, you know, like you want a one-day pleasure and then you move on. So that's a person who is not strong. Morally, you know, spiritually, socially, they are not strong. Because somebody who is strong, they are supposed to have principles. Like, you know, that I'm approaching Miriam, for example, and I want to make her my girlfriend, I want to make her my fiancée, I want to make her my wife. But somebody who is irresponsible, I mean, they know they only need a phone. You go to social media, you look for a beautiful woman who is as weak as you are, or, you know, weak morally, that is. Somebody who equally wants fun. So you meet two people who want fun.
But
But
again,
in some cases, there are those people who probably fall for such approaches, hoping maybe the other person is serious. But how would you tell that a person is serious?
unless you have a discerning spirit and you pray to God, that is, I think, it's the only way.
Yeah. But let me tell you, you see, even when the devil is coming to you, he'll never identify himself as the devil. In fact, he can even lie that he's, you know, the one
Jesus.
sent from. Yeah, you see. And by the way, those people who are cunning, or those people who have wicked intentions, you can, in most cases, they are they are super cunning. They really strategize. Yeah. And sometimes you can discover their schemes when it is too late.
But what can be the reason behind the fact that most young men, they don't want to commit themselves, they don't want to marry?
Well,
Because that is something that is happening, and maybe I don't know whether it has happened to you, but you meet people and you hear like, I have a baby mama somewhere, one or two, but they don't want to get married. They don't want to marry.
they are a clique of fellas who want to have fun. They don't want, they want to remain independent. They don't want to be under anybody's, you know, supervision. They don't want to be controlled by anybody. So those are the people who will not, you know, will keep away from, like, you know, committing to one person, because they know that if I commit to Miriam, I must be accountable to her. Like, if I don't come home, I must call her and tell her where I am. Yeah. And if, for example, that person is, you know, sleeping around with other women, I mean, how do you even tell your woman that? Sometimes you don't, you even lack explanation. And you see, women are very sharp. A woman will always tell when the man is cheating. They can, most of them actually can tell when the man is cheating. Sometimes they may be taken, you know, to be ignorant, or probably the men who do, like those men who cheat. Somebody may think they are very sharp, but a woman will discover something that you are doing, something bad that you are doing, but they won't tell you at that point. They always wait for the most opportune time, then they unleash. And when they are unleashing, that's the point at which they want to, you know, to live and, you know, move on. Yeah.
How is that is? Like, do you get to a point where you feel like lonely and you're like, oh, I wish I got married kitambo? And how do you handle loneliness?
Yeah, it happens quite often, because sometimes you are watching a nice program and you wish there was somebody you would laugh with. Sometimes you make a nice meal and you wish you could share with somebody.
Sharing with someone else.
Sometimes you want to be playful, you want somebody you can crack jokes with, you know, laugh, and, you know, or maybe you have plans and you want to share with somebody and probably get their feedback, because your partner will always be very objective when, you know, they are advising you. So it happens quite often. Sometimes I wake up in the morning, probably it is a holiday, and you wish you had somebody with whom you can go for nature walk, but there is nobody. But again, if you don't have a person, you look for something else constructive to do. Like in my case, I love my career so much. So probably I'll get to YouTube and look at other people's work and, you know, try to learn one or two things. again, I'm a lover of local content on YouTube and documentaries. So most of the time I'll do
So that's how you keep yourself busy.
yeah, sometimes maybe if I get some friends who maybe they have a gathering or like an outing, I'll join them once in a while. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And do you regret not marrying early?
No, I don't regret. I mean, I don't like regretting. Regretting is very destructive because even if I regret, there is nothing I can change. Yeah. So
But do you feel like there is something you could have done and you did not do it at the right time?
there is nothing that I didn't do when I was needed to do, yeah? Because like I told you, whatever I was going through that time, couldn't allow me to even think about relationship because it was something that was really weighing me down. So that's why I say I don't regret.
Can you mention kidogo?
Okay.
I know it's a long story, but
yeah, it's a long story, but probably I can mention it. It's a medical issue. I had an accident in 2014. Then I underwent a series of surgeries, like so many surgeries. So you can imagine you are fundraising for operation. Where do you even get the energy to do it? Sometimes you feel your self-esteem is so lowered. So you don't even have the courage to approach a woman. And then again, you go to social media, and that time, I remember when I underwent was it the third or the second surgery? That's the exact time I lost my job. So you are jobless, you have health issues, you need more surgeries, you don't have the money. And then you hear people talking about broke men. I mean, that one crushes you so much. So that's why I'm saying I don't have any regret because the delay in quotes is not like man-made.
yeah.
I take it like God's plan. Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
How would you tell those who are 30 plus and single and they are feeling like time imesonga ama maybe especially madem wanafeel hakuna machali
No,
machali wanafeel hey,
there is still hope. Si hata sisi tuna hope. Yeah, we are still hoping. We are still hoping for the best. And don't live on other people's fears or mistakes. Just live your life. Focus on your life. If you are building yourself, professionally, build yourself. But again, be flexible. Don't be so rigid. Mingle with the friends of the opposite sex. Make very good friends with them. By and by, you will realize that they are good people. Because, like I told you, you're supposed to marry your best friend. So in the course of making good friends with these people, you will realize, kumbe kuna good men. They are good women. Yeah. So there is hope. They shouldn't give up. And again, they should be cautious but not fearful. There is a very big difference between being cautious and being fearful. Caution is like I tell you, okay, you can go this way, but take care. There is a hole, like 100 meters.
Few meters from here.
You see. But if I tell you, don't go that route because if you go, you will fall in that pit. You see, you will say, hey, well, there is danger ahead. You see, so there is difference between those two things. So I would tell them to be cautious, but not be fearful.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You have told us that you're a makeup artist.
Yes, I am a
How
makeup
can
artist.
someone find you?
Yeah, I'm a makeup artist by the name Sir Isaac. I have a YouTube channel, by the way, where I train people on makeup and other stuff.
You do makeup tutorials?
Yes. My channel is Sir Isaac. I also have a Facebook page called Sir Isaac. Then I have Instagram account, Sir_Isaac_makeup. Then on Facebook I use the name Isaac Maura Kafast, like K-A then fast, yeah, one, Kafast. Isaac Maura Kafast.
So that's where we can find you.
Yeah, you can find me there. Yeah, and then of course, I don't know whether I can share my number.
It's
Just in
okay.
case, yeah,
Feel
somebody-
comfortable.
Yeah, my number is 0721 773189. Anybody who wants makeup for wedding, koitor, ratio, birthday, baby bump, all those. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for coming,
Karibu sana.
and may God bless you so much.
Amen. And thanks so much for hosting me. You are
Yes.
doing amazing work. I
Thank
enjoyed
you.
being in your channel. I hope I'll be back again. When
You will.
I'm inviting
You
myself.
will. For sure you will.
Yeah, thank you.
Asante sana. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed our show and you have learned something from it. Don't forget to go and support Isaac in his YouTube. And also, in case you need any makeup, you can always feel free to talk to him through his number that he has given us, also through Facebook and Instagram. May God bless you so much. Until next time, bye-bye.
Age is just a number.